So Bulgaria has great choice in food and drink, and you can basically get anything you want in the restaurants, so-called restauranti, where you can have lunch. There's affordable lunch menus where you can choose from the main menu. All kinds of food, from the traditional Bulgarian dishes to international cuisine. Anything you can wish for. But a big staple of the Bulgarian cuisine and Balkan cuisine in general is Skara, which is grilled meat. You can basically find it anywhere in the Balkans, and in Turkey. There's always some type of meat to be eaten, and you can get Skara in any type of small booth or in a restaurant, and you can buy it in the streets, and it's always quite with a high sanitary standard, good quality meat, and you can get anything you want with it, like arjan, which is a Bulgarian yogurt drink, or a beer, bira, a nice refreshment, maybe some salad, maybe some bread. And it's a cheap and affordable lunch. You can take it home, zanavin for outside, or zavkushti to take home. And here we have one, which is the Go Grill. What I have here is Skara from Gorna Oryahovica. Gorna Oryahovica is a city in central Bulgaria near Veliko Trnovo. What you can see is Gorno Oryahovska Skara. And basically they have all sorts of meat, just very simple, like kebabche, which is a sort of little sausage of minced meat, I believe, kufte, which is the same in a sort of meatball, kultsana nadanichka, teleshka nadanichka. So these are kultsana, it's like a hot dog from mixed meat as well. Teleshka nadanica is a beef hot dog. Svinsko shišče, it's like pork meat on a skewer, if I say it correctly. And then you have all sorts of dobavki. Dobavka is a supplement, like you can get bread or like some hot peppers, sauces. And what you see, trojka, it's a sklepchi sauce. A trojka is like a 3, so an amount of 3. And you can have 3 kebabcheta, 3 kafteta, or 3 mixed items. You can see the prices are very affordable. Basically, if you divide these prices by 2, you get euros. And the meat is freshly grilled here in front of you. Which have some salad, like snežanka, snow white salad, boporodobski, which is like a bean salad, and lutenica, another Bulgarian staple, sort of pepper salad. Let's see what we can get here. Здравейте. Може ли за вкъщи 3 кебабчета, моля, с...
Чисос?
Да, с майонеза и бопородобски, моля. Мерси.
Лева и 24 стотинки. They try the technique or no?
No, the technique she do like that. I said, no, you must.
They don't have any power.
Now she has fun. No.
10-24.
Да, супер.
Merci. Super, merci. Grazie andare.
Ciao, ciao. Teraz parę zapytał. Ja mogę ci słuchać.
Ciao, ciao. And that's it. Got myself some Skara. Gorno-Orjachowska Skara. So it's difficult to pronounce. From here, little booth next to the Lidl. And as you can see, Bulgaria is still quite on the plastic. It's slowly changing, but basically you get everything wrapped 10 times and in all sorts of plastic. And yeah, that's still how it is. We're a bit behind with the things that we have in Western Europe. So don't really have paper bags or anything. Try to do what you can to avoid it, but sometimes you just get caught up in it. And yeah, either way, as you can see, we don't really have good pavements here. And that's because I live in a suburb. Pavement is called trottoir, which is a loan word from French, borrowed word. And which also have in Bulgaria is a lot of cars. Ever since, during the time of socialism, they had these flats. These buildings are called panelki, and like panel buildings. And the panel is basically one fragment of these buildings that are straight from a factory. You put one panel on another, put the windows, the window frame, story and prozorci, window frames and windows inside, and you've got yourself a little box, a house. Panelki are all over Bulgaria and all over Eastern Europe. You find them from here, or basically from Prague all the way to Vladivostok in Russia. Absolutely everywhere. And this is like a new building in which I live, which is just called complex, where you wouldn't call these older buildings a complex because they're just panelki or a block. A block or a block of it is the plural. And this is also a block, but it's not a panelka. And this is also a block, but it's not a complex. So that's a little different. Complex is typically it consists of several buildings in one complex. That's what the word entails. And yeah, so the pavements in the city are pretty good. At least they've improved a lot. What you can see here is the city bus, Autobus 76, 76. We have modern buses. I remember 5 years ago I came here and it was like you were in Soviet Russia. Very old buses, at least 50, 60 years old, but that's all gone and it goes pretty quickly. Slowly but certainly these buildings behind me are getting paint jobs and are being sanitized, as it's called, and things are improving. I mean, the pavements are still to be done. We have a huge parking problem ever since the economy boomed, I would say. People had more to spend and they got a lot of cars because public transportation used to be not so reliable. And that's how you end up with a lot of cars. And when we had the socialism, these buildings, they didn't really take into account the amount of cars people would have in the future. So you have garage boxes, but not here in the close surrounding area. So still until today, people are forced to park on the pavements, which is quite frustrating, especially for people with strollers and such, or basically just for anyone who wants to walk on the pavement. So that's some things on Bulgaria, just how you can see the life is. And here what we have is more designated parking areas, and then still they are full because there are so many cars. Basically nearly everyone has a car, even young people. So it can be called a parking or a parkomiasto if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, we have so many cars that still they're double parked, and they're below people park in the grass. But things are changing, things are booming. Basically where I live we have a new hairdresser being opened. They're doing the renovations now. We have little stores, magazzini, that are for rent. For rent it's called potnaim, so under rent, which you can see here. Basically these are still closed or unoccupied, and you can rent such magazine for just a relatively small amount of money and open a store or anything you want, a little boutique, a coffee place, a gym, which we have in the complex. So that's a bit about how Bulgarians live. That over there is not an apartment building or a complex, but it's a sort of office building. Office Skara. Skara is a building. You might say Bulgarian looks a lot like Russian, but there's very big differences as well. For example, I'm studying Russia, and building in Russian is a zdanie, while here it's a zgrada. Basically has nothing in terms of similarity. It's a Slavic language, but still you would need to study Russian in order to speak it well. If you already know Bulgarian, it will help you, but only so far. Either way, that's a bit more about life here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. So obviously I also need to show you what I actually got, which is the Bob Porodovsky, the bean salad, rod-up style. Here we have chleb, a chlebcha, which is a bread, just a simple bun. The kebabchita, the kebabche sausages, and sauce mayonnaise. All that would set you back about 5 leva and 24 cents, I believe, which is about €2.5. So that's basically a very nice meal, or a simple one and an affordable one. So take care and bon appetit.